Put me on your podcast, bro. Put me on your podcast show. Put me on your podcast, bro. Would you put me on your podcast, though? Put me on your podcast.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Somebody's Daddy's Talking Podcast. I am your host, Ronell, and today I got a guest. This was like a last minute guest, so we're gonna see how this goes since it was super last minute.
Yeah.
I put up a post today that I seen, and she chimed in with her 2 cents.
2 cents.
So look, go ahead and let everybody know who you is right now.
My name is Kim, born and raised in Flint. Went to Flint Northern. Went to Fisk University, graduated from Michigan State. So I'm a Spartan dog and
Let's show.
all day. And I am happy to be here on your podcast.
Let them know. So what do you do? Let them know what you do.
Well, I work for Huntington.
Okay.
I'm IT and their service desk. I own a logistics company, Keep on Pushing Logistics. And I also have a notary business.
Ooh, I might need some stuff notarized.
I got
Do
you.
people say that every time you
Yes.
say that? I need something notarized. Okay. I'm going to take my headphones off. I think the audio is good. That way I can hear you. See what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Yeah, we got some things to talk about.
Oh, man. Heavy
Let's get
discussion. She got me nervous. Sweating. I don't normally sweat and be nervous before the show, so.
Whatever. You good.
All right. So, look. So, I put up a post today, and the post pretty much said, teach your sons not to move in a woman's house, get his own, everything. Which, ain't nothing wrong with that. I totally agree. So, I want to know your perspective now. When you chimed in, what was you meaning when you chimed in?
Well, I 100% agree with that comment that a man should have his own. I've always been taught that a man has his own so no one can put him out.
Absolutely.
So if he owns his own and he's the leader and he's supposed to provide and protect, he's going to have his own. Not to say that she can't have hers either,
Right.
but it was your comment above.
What was the comment
The
above?
post.
What was the comment
Go
above?
to it. Go to it. Let's see.
Let me see what was the comment above. Hold up.
Because you put a little blame on us single moms, and I was
Hold on.
like, usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see these posts a lot, and then I realize that I also see a lot of posts saying that the father isn't around, so it only brings me to the conclusion who's really teaching the sons it's okay to live off a woman. There's one parent raising them, so there's one parent whose fault it is. So I can explain what I was meaning, because you might have taken it the wrong way.
I think I may have.
Yeah, so I totally agree with the whole fact that teach your son to get his own, so that he's not in, for one, so he's not in that position to be like, you got to get out the house or whatever. That's absolutely, I got a son and a daughter, and I'll definitely teach him to grind and, you know what I'm saying, have his own. So my comment above was the fact that I see those posts a lot, and I hear a lot of women say things about the father not being there. So, which is the case in a lot of homes or whatever. The father's not there, so it's a single mom. I was raised by a single mom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't in the household either, ever. Probably when I was about maybe 5, 6 years old, as far as I remember. But after that, you know what I'm saying, he wasn't there. I was raised by my mom. But my take on that is, and this is, feel me out here.
I'm listening.
So listen, I see it a lot when a father is not in the house and the kid is being raised by a single mom. And some things take place where the kid don't turn out the way the mom wished that they turned out. And it falls back onto the father not being in the home. Like, he liked this because he ain't got a dad, or he liked this because, you know what I'm saying, his father wasn't involved or not around.
Okay.
Which may be true, which may be the case. But then on the flip side, I look at the situation where when that kid do turn out great and the father's not in the home, then it's all accolades to the mom.
Okay.
She did a great job. So how come if the kid turn out bad, it ain't always on the mom?
No.
Because at the same time, the same mother who raised them to be great is the same mother who raised them if he turned out bad. And this is the perspective that I had. If you can raise them to be great and be like, oh, I did such a good job, when you raise him and he turned out bad, it's like, oh, it's the father wasn't around. So my thing is like, is it really the person who's raising this kid? It takes two parents to raise them.
Absolutely.
It takes both parents to raise them because the kid needs things from both parents. But in this scenario where there's only one parent, you want to take the parent who raised them to do good, whether it's a mom or a dad.
Okay.
The parent who raised them and they turn out great is like, oh, I did such a great job. Is this? But if he turns out into some trouble, oh, it's because his daddy ain't there. But his daddy wasn't there when he turned out. If he turned out great,
I understand where you're coming from, 100%. However, I'm a single parent of a son.
Me too.
Of a 14-year-old boy.
Okay.
Okay. So as I explained to him just a week ago, I cannot raise you to be a man.
Absolutely.
I can raise you to be a great human being. And if you don't turn out that way, yes, I'm going to blame myself. I'm going to blame myself irregardless.
Right. Okay.
If
but a lot of them don't. This is the ones that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
But see, this is my thing. This is my thing. And this is what I tell a lot of people. We shed too much light on the people, on the parents or the people who doing bad. We shed the light on the ratchet girls. We shed the light on the deadbeat dads. I want to praise the dads that's doing a good job.
So that means some people got to step up and say something.
Absolutely.
I feel like the people who are not like the ratchets and the, you know what I'm saying, deadbeat, they sit in the background and they don't say much. So it's all we see is the ratchets and the deadbeats because they loud.
Yeah.
They loud.
They
so
loud.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the ones who actually, you know what I'm saying, actually doing something good need to start talking. This is what the podcast is about.
This is what the podcast
It's to create the platform for them to come on and, you know what I'm saying, come out of silence and actually talk. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. But, and I also don't want to place blame or fault on one because you got to understand that as a single parent, you're a single parent.
Yeah.
You doing everything. You doing everything and working. So at the end of the day, sometimes you don't have the fight in you to be like, let me raise this boy for a minute. You know what I mean? Like
you just kind of pick your battles.
Yeah, you want Chick-fil-A? Okay, I'm not gonna cook today. You just gonna get Chick-fil-A. I know Chick-fil-A ain't good for my son, but some days
Wait a minute, hold on. I like Chick-fil-A.
But Chick-fil-A ain't healthy. You gotta do the research.
Oh my God.
Chick-fil-A is not healthy.
Look, I like Chick-fil-A.
I
don't eat it a lot. I really don't.
See,
but I like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, you get it every once in a while.
Dang, so I'm gonna have to stop eating
Shout
Chick-fil-A.
out to Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna have to stop eating Chick-fil-A.
Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Dang.
I love them brownies. But
see, I ain't even had none.
You gotta try the brownie and the cookie.
I had the cookies. It was good.
Yeah, try the brownie, then let me know which one you like better.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. So at the end of the day, sometimes we tired. But as I told my son, I can't teach you to be a man. That's why I have to have you surrounded. I have to, even though you may not want to play football anymore, I got to put you in football because I need you around some men.
Yeah.
Because most kids, like you said, are raised by single mothers, and we just being women. So we're going to be, we're going to be nurturing, and sometimes it may be to a crutch. That's why you have some
subject.
That's why you have some boys, grown boys, that if they get mad, they call their mama.
Absolutely.
I have to raise you to know what to do, so when you out there, you can always call me, but are you gonna think like, what did she teach me?
Right.
You got some grown boys that
see. I tell a lot of women that today, like the dudes that they dealing with today, that they complain about. A lot of them was nurtured too long, too much, and they don't like the fact that this man is like this. So I tell them, if they got boys, why are they repeating this pattern of this nurturing? And granted,
because it's in our nature,
right? Kids need the nurturing. It's in your nature. But do we go against our nature when we know that is like? Sometimes
it's subconsciously we don't know. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like even like for
so
me,
you don't realize that you're nurturing him too much.
Yeah, okay. You don't realize it, and sometimes you become that child's crutch.
Yeah,
and you have to, like you said, you have to think to yourself like, damn. I mean, I'm sorry, can we cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. Shit,
you like, damn, like. He don't want to get his hands dirty. Like, we was cutting grass one time. He's like,
He didn't want to get his hands dirty.
Yeah, I said, put your
Oh.
damn hand in that grass. And I pushed his hand in the grass.
Ladies, if your son is out there and he don't want to get
wanna
dirty,
touch
my
it.
son be acting like that. He can't act like that with me.
But he knows.
His mom
Yep.
his mom says that he act like that when he's there.
Yep.
So,
because she's watching. She's the nurturer. So she like, oh, is he gonna fall? Is he gonna? Don't do that. You know.
she want to put a helmet on him. I ain't have no
Yeah.
helmet when I rode a bike.
Yeah, and they not supposed. Boys are not supposed to.
I didn't have a helmet on riding a bike, but
And I look back and I'm like, when he was climbing that fence, I should have been like, just let him climb the fence. If he scrape his knee, scrape his knee.
Hey, he gotta learn.
But I'm like, be careful.
He gotta
You know.
learn.
So,
So what are some of the so tell me, like, or tell people, you know what I'm saying, like, what are some of the main things that women are doing where they don't realize as far as nurturing their sons that's going to affect them as a grown man?
I can't speak for all women, but in my case, that I'm realizing, because not by any means is my son soft. I'm not saying that, but growing up and thinking back, I realized I'm like, be careful when you're going down them steps.
Yeah,
You know,
the
even
steps.
he's just going down the steps. So then I had a cousin where he was like, shh, just stop saying stuff. Like sometimes
It's tough though. It's tough.
It is. But we have
It's
to,
tough.
as women, and I'm not putting blame on women, but as women, we have to make sure that we find a safe space and a mentor and a man
That you can put around him.
that you can put around them. Come up, come, and,
It's a shortage
I'm
of
going to put
those.
this on men, though.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
shortage of those.
It is. And the good men need to step up and say, because, like, I take my son to the barbershop. He has locks now, but he still get the line and the taper. But I shouldn't be taking him to the.
Right, it should be a dude.
It should be male on male
Absolutely.
bonding. Because when he was younger, like I don't go in there now. I just stay in the car. But there's certain conversations y'all have in the barbershop.
I don't know about that. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
y'all do. Because I be in there. Shout out to First Class.
Oh, wait, is that right there on Chevrolet?
Beecher.
Wait, no, Beecher.
Yep,
Okay,
Beecher,
that's
yep.
oh, my homeboy over there. Yeah.
EJ, yep.
Yeah, EJ.
Lyric Sticks, yep. So sometimes I will go
Yeah,
in
shout out
and
to
they
EJ.
talking, and then the conversation are kind of like, you could tell it's
'Cause you
shifting
was- 'cause
because
you
I
was there.
walked in.
You disturbing the
I'm
atmosphere.
disturbing the atmosphere of the barbershop.
So why you don't wait in the car?
I started waiting in the
Okay.
car. I started waiting in the
All
car,
right.
and like, he still wanted me to go in there with him.
You
And
got
I-
used to it.
He got used to it.
Dang. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
But so the thing with that and having a good dude in the picture to be around them, there's a dilemma that comes with that. And I don't think women probably look at the dilemma because
Okay.
they're not a dude.
Mhm.
But say for instance, you one of them good dudes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm one of them good dudes.
Okay.
You one of them good dudes and you meet women who got sons and they look at you like, man, you a good dude. I love that you're on my son. Now for a lot of dudes,
Mhm.
certain dudes would probably stray away from that situation because getting close to your kid kind of gets close to you, which can kind of like, you know what I'm saying,
Lead to something.
create, yeah,
Yeah.
it can kind of create the mindset of like, oh, especially if she's single, she ain't got no dude. She see you being like a great father to a kid that ain't his.
Mhm.
Things can kind of, you know what I'm saying, go sideways, and then it just kind of it makes it a little difficult to kind of be like pump the brakes or, you know what I'm saying. Now
Cause she start feeling the good
The
dude,
energy.
or- yeah. Okay.
she might start feeling the energy of the good dude. You know what I'm saying? And granted, if he's handsome,
Mhm.
it's definitely gonna be there. And if he ain't, it grows on a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Their personality will grow. And so being that type of dude, especially, you gotta think, if he's that dude and he's just being like that mentor,
Mhm.
he's probably around multiple women kids. Because you're not the only one that's like, I want you in my kid's life. You're not going to be the only woman, only single woman that's like, dang, this is a good dude. I want you in my kid's life. And if he's just that type of good dude who enjoy like pouring into kids, like he's going to have multiple women in the picture
Okay.
with that same scenario.
True.
So I feel like a lot of dudes kind of stray away from that unless they coaching, unless they like a coach or something. I feel like a lot of the good dudes is sitting back quiet because they like, that's a situation that can turn
into something.
into something else that, you know what I'm saying, it shouldn't turn into.
Yeah.
So it's difficult finding that type of dude if you're not dating him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
what would be your suggestion for women who need to find a mentor or put them in a group setting like football or like basketball?
Sports is always, sports is always good. I feel like sports create discipline. I feel like it creates structure.
I agree.
If they're not into sports, you really got to find out what they're into, because all men are not into sports. So I like to build stuff. I'm good with my hands. I like to do a lot of stuff where I'm building. So it's senses where I'm like, I should start a woodshop class and like have young boys come in and teach them how to use power tools, because a lot of them is raised in a single mother household. You know
and they don't know what a screwdriver is from a flathead.
They don't have a clue. And so that's one of the things that I think about. But being that type of dude, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a whole lot on your plate already. Doing this and doing this and doing this and doing. That's why he's a good dude. Is because he got these things going on in his life.
That's true.
That creates him to be a good dude.
But you got to think about your daughter. Like, she's going to date somebody who don't know how to change a tire.
Well, the thing with that, because I do have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? The thing with that is I try to demonstrate what type of dude she should date by being that type of dude. Okay. Now, I had this discussion with somebody else, and I said, I don't care how much I try to demonstrate this for her. She's going to get off course and do her own thing.
Yes.
The only difference is she'll come back to it if I pour enough into her.
Yeah.
She'll come back to her senses, because it's what she's used to seeing, it's what she know. She'll get to the point to be like, what am I doing? Like, this ain't it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it is difficult. I mean, I gotta be prepared for her to run into those type of dudes, because I can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can't avoid. She's not gonna be able to avoid that. Most dudes might come up and seem like a good dude and really not. So she's gonna run into it. It's just one of them things where, as a good dude, it's difficult. Yeah,
it is. And as a single mom, it's difficult. So
what do we do? How do we
resolve it? That's the question. How do we resolve it? I would say, I think the answer is what you said. The good dudes, the good women, we got to step up, because.
So what do you think? What do you think the reason is why they don't step up, really?
Like, I didn't know, but that's a good answer.
Why is they sitting back? Why is they sitting back, not really saying nothing? You know what I'm saying? Or
I think sometimes, as far as men, as they may think as well, what am I getting into?
What, the dude?
Yeah, the good dude to step in and be a mentor. Like, what am I getting into? Like the drama of the mom and the ex-husband or the baby daddy. Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why a lot of dudes think that, and I hate to say this, but you have cases where women, to make this nigga mad who ain't doing his job, will bring a dude in the picture to be like, well, I'll have somebody else do it since you ain't doing it, and then it's gonna cause some drama. Because it's coming out of a place of envy, you know what I'm saying? And the good dude don't know that, but the woman know it. In a lot of cases, most women will say, if you don't do it, somebody else will. That's the mindset that a lot of them have. If you don't do it, somebody else will, knowing that it's probably gonna piss him off, or, you know what I'm saying, create some drama in that sense. So
that's true, but
it's tough.
It is tough. I think public settings, as opposed to one mentor, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the sports or wood shop or free classes, like teach them how to.
Free? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Free.
Dude, I'm a businessman, yo. And time is money. Time is expensive.
But
time is expensive. Like, I would do it. I would do workshops. Like, I would do workshops and stuff like that for free to include, because it's something that I'm also want to teach my son. Yeah. And so it gives him the ability to make friends. It gives him the ability to see, like, what his dad is doing. You know what I'm saying?
True. And also well, I know I can only speak for me. I'm willing to pay. Like, Adam from Black Rose Band, he doing the piano lessons.
Okay, that's dope.
$350, and you know,
play the piano.
Yeah, I did too when I was little, but that's a traumatic experience I won't talk about. But yeah, I mean, I'm willing to pay, but just to get him or get boys around other Men.
So we gotta find a group of men. It's Father's Day coming up. And if y'all really that dad that y'all say y'all is, we gotta come together and create some stuff.
And don't just get them on Father's Day. So you could take pictures and have a
Is
dinner.
that what they do? Do they be doing that?
Yes.
They get them on Father's Day?
They get them on Father's Day. They try to get them, special occasions that's going on and they family and
That's messed up.
yeah.
Mm.
But don't do that. And then you gotta also think if the daddy is not a good
Role model.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. I'm gonna flip the script a little bit.
Let's go.
Because I was talking with someone and they always say, well, you knew how he was when you got with him.
Mm-hmm.
When that's not the case. You don't always know.
Because if you knew, you probably wouldn't have got with him.
Exactly.
But there is a but in there.
That was all caps.
Mm.
But
A big but.
a big but.
You know what the big but, it brings attention.
Mhm.
But there is a lot of cases where women absolutely know what type of duty is, or they overlook what type of duty is based off their own desires, based off their own, their own things. Because if you really talking to somebody, you can get a gist of, women say they got good intuition. Why is it not working? I don't know.
Some do overlook the red flags. But some people, as my homegirl say, they put on a interview.
So what's with this? What's with this women's intuition? No, I need to know, like, how powerful is this intuition?
It's very powerful.
So why they can't see that?
It's not that they don't. Like you said, they overlook it.
Through the good interview? So so if you overlook it, whose fault is that really? Is it his or yours?
It's both.
Is it really?
It's both. It's
so
both.
You mean to tell me, hold on. So you mean to tell me if I choose to overlook your flaws, it's your fault?
No.
It's my fault.
Why are you being grimy in the first place?
See, the thing
put
is,
on your false...
The mask.
You want the job?
The mask?
Yeah, the mask.
Absolutely. Let's be honest. Who goes to the interview in the clothes they're really comfortable in? You're gonna go in the clothes that you know they're looking at.
And I'm gonna tell you, I know this and I know that.
At this point now, that's at this point now, not when you first started interviewing.
But they could put on the facade for a good, I say 60 to 90 days.
Yeah, 60 to 90 days.
Yeah.
I wonder how good of a facade can you really put on without somebody like catching on? Like, so give me an example of like something that a woman can completely overlook. And I'm going to tell you where she missed it at.
Okay. All right. Let's get it. So this girl, I knew she was dating this guy. And he never said he had a lot of money or anything like that. So he had a decent truck. It was a Tahoe SUV. Very nice. She don't know nothing about Mike's Auto here in Flint.
Is that over there on Pierce?
Door Highway?
Oh, okay.
All I know is Al Sarah, Randy, all them, right? So he's driving his truck, going on dates.
Yeah.
One day it didn't start up.
Don't tell me they cut it off.
One day it didn't start up. Oh man, it did
so they
this
cut
last.
it off? Ooh.
They did this last week. For a female that don't know that.
Right. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, my car, it's been acting up. Take it to the shop. Yeah, I'm going to take it to the shop next week. But he gets it towed.
Dang, niggas out here doing out here doing that.
Next week we riding good. You all in Detroit. Another month go by. Man, he fixed my transmission and blah, 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 blah. And it's still not working. I said, you need to trade this car in, bruh.
Yeah. That's a good one. So I thought I was going to have a good one for you, but
What you got for me?
So dudes is in cars. So basically what you're saying is like he's in the car that he's not paying for? Like what happened? Why is it getting cut off?
Come to find out, this local car dealership here in Flint, if you don't pay the note,
Yeah.
it'll shut off. They have a thing.
So he ain't paying the note.
He not paying the note. So if he late, it'll shut off the car and he can't drive
So
it.
was that okay? No,
Kind of like how Ford about to do with the new trucks, that it could drive itself back.
that's crazy.
Yeah, if you don't pay it.
Okay, I can see that. So yeah, that's a good scenario where a woman might get duped.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good scenario. Where I'm sorry, ladies. You gotta start asking where he got it from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. I wonder if that cut off on me.
I got another one for you.
Let me see.
Okay. Here it comes. Now this one is an old one. I don't know if ladies are still falling for this one, but man, she won't let me see my kids.
She won't let me see my kids. Talking about the baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, well, look, let me talk to her. Let me see what's going on.
Nah,
Let me
cause
talk
she
to her.
get mad because when I start seeing other
So
women.
really they not. So really they deadbeats and they making the excuse that she won't let me see my kids.
Yeah.
But
that's an old one. That's an old one. Cause now it's like.
I mean, so do you think that? But do you think that is a scenario that is women out here that will keep the kid from the dad?
Oh, absolutely.
So that's a tough one.
Absolutely. Oh, you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna never see him again.
Well, this is my thing. Now, this is my thing and how you can overlook that.
Okay.
From if I was a female, how do you treat my kids? What are you portraying as a man around my kids? And then, like, if she's really that close to him, what is the family really saying? Like, how do they look at that? You know what I'm saying?
Whose family?
His family.
Okay.
Like, what is his family saying about that? Like, she got to be able to, like, kind of tune in and, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
That's an old one. That's pre-social media. That's kind of pre-social media right there.
Yeah.
Because you can go on the other page and, I mean, I wouldn't suggest doing that. I'm not that type of chick. I'm really not.
Wait, you say you can go on another page? What do you mean?
Like,
tell it.
Like, for example, if he said, "Oh, she won't let me see my kids." I don't know why I make that voice, but
that's the type of nigga that say that.
You know the deep voice.
Is that the type of nigga that say that?
Grown ass boys. Won't let me see my kids. So you can go on her page
and see what's going on.
And see, she done posted. He ain't tried to get his kids in a month. You know. Or where the child support, like, you know.
My thing with this,
which is messy.
This is a dad, and this is from a real dad. Because I've been in a situation where that tried to happen, but I'm a real dad, and I don't play that. I'm taking you to court. We going to court. I feel like those dads who really want to be a dad will put the fight in. They'll put the work in, and they'll go to court. They'll take it to court. You know what I'm saying? And they'll fight for it. It sucks that you have to fight to see your kids in any scenario.
Absolutely.
But if you're really that serious about being in your kid's life, you're really that serious about being a dad, you would put the work in to where you like, you know what, I got to go do this. If you ain't been to the courthouse and you ain't been putting up. Now, my thing is this. If he's telling you this, let me see the paper trail. How many claims have you filed?
Yeah.
If he ain't filed none and he ain't did that, then chances are it's on some bull. He on some bull.
Yeah.
But because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, a real dad who's trying to see his kids and he's going through this, even if he ain't did it, he's probably going to be asking you to help him to do it because he probably don't know how. Like, there was a scenario where I didn't know, like, I need to do this and I need to do that until a female was like, look, you need to do this. And I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So if he's not taking that step to be like, what do I need to do? Like, then you need to be able to look. You need to be able to look through that.
Okay. So, ladies, won't let me see my kids.
So,
like, where your paper trail that you done been to court and you trying to get custody or just
even parenting time?
Okay.
Like, custody is far fetched, and I'm gonna say that as a man, It ain't.
Okay.
It's not in your favor. I'm gonna just say that it ain't in your favor until like she's got to really be doing some stuff to where they gonna grant you custody. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say start off with parenting time, and if you're doing that how you supposed to be doing it, then you can be like, look, I want joint custody.
Okay.
It ain't that whole full custody thing. I feel like is a power trip. I feel like anybody who's like, I want full custody, and the other parent ain't doing something crazy, it's all control. I feel like it's a control thing. You don't even want to co-parent.
Yeah, I can see that.
You don't even want to co-parent. If you like, I want full custody, that means y'all can't co-parent.
That I can see that. Yeah.
So yeah.
So let me ask you this: what if he's a good dad? Do good dads hang out with deadbeats?
No.
Flat out.
No. No. I don't believe everybody y'all hang with take care of their kids.
Okay.
Every nigga I hang with take care of his kids. And it ain't even like on purpose. I just think that's something that we have in common. That's something that's drawn to, you know what I'm saying? Like it sucks to be like, hey, I'm finna have the kids over here, like bring your kid, and you like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Every time you ain't got your kids I think, I really don't think good dads hang with deadbeats.
Okay.
I don't think if they got a group of deadbeats, something is off with that picture, because what happens is either the deadbeat is going to influence you, or you going to influence him to slack. Yeah, and if you're not influencing him to be like, dang, bro, I need to get my kids. I see, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing. I need to step it up and get my kids. If they ain't thinking that way, then those deadbeats are probably bad talking to mom, and it's gonna start, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna start feeling that stuff. Okay. Either you're gonna separate yourself from it and be like, yeah, or you're gonna fall into it.
Okay. So do you ever, or have you ever encountered a deadbeat? You like, man, get your shit together. Like, what you doing?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Because I think that go for females too.
It's one of them situations where because I do understand women do some crazy things, especially when they know the only way they can get to you is through the kid.
Okay.
Like nothing else is moving you. Her having a new dude ain't moving you. Her trying to do this ain't moving you. But the one thing she do know that moves you is your kid. I've experienced it, and this is why I say I could relate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good now. Thank God we on good terms, and it took a lot of maturity, it took a lot of growth to actually be like, this is affecting the kid, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really ain't doing nothing for each other. So yeah, it's one of them things where.
And even from the opposite sex, so you don't have deadbeat moms, because there are deadbeat moms. Let's be clear.
You said me?
Yeah.
Like, do I hang around deadbeat moms?
Not you per se, but do good parents hang around deadbeat parents, female or male? Because you have some females
there's some females that there's a different dynamic with females.
Okay.
There's a different dynamic with females, and that dynamic might not even be the kids. It might be the gossip. It might be you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of women that will hang around them based off, you know what I'm saying, something else they got in common.
Like, for me, I don't think I can hang with a female. You know how you have some females that dress their kids like them? They boys them?
Like the mini-me's?
Yeah. Like, let's not do that, sis. I don't
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they do that?
I have no idea. Like, it's so creepy to me. Like, for her to... Like, I understand a mini-me of the little girl, but, like... It made me think of boyfriend, girlfriend.
When they do that with their sons?
When they do that with their sons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's creepy to me.
That's what they want their nigga to be like.
Yeah. And then you got him, he got an earring in his ear, he got a gold chain. He looked like a grown little man. And y'all dressed up alike. That's creepy to me. I don't know about that.
They better stop then. Tell them to stop.
Stop. Please. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's creepy.
Yeah, I think it's something else going on in there when they do that. I can't really say what it is, but it's something.
Yeah, I don't know what the mental or the thought process.
As far as like the good moms hanging with like the bad moms. Do you think that happened?
Yes.
Why do you think that happened?
I think not all, but some females have a tendency to think like, oh, if she's just around me,
That she
she'll
might do
pick up
better.
like some women do with dudes trying to change a dude. You know what I
That's
mean?
always.
Yeah. So sometimes she may think, oh, let me just hang around her and some of me will rub off on her. Or this been my girl since
Way back.
and
Yeah.
I tell her to stop doing that, but she just keep doing it. I can't stop being her friend because of that.
Dang. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
So women got problems. No, I'm just kidding.
No
That's
comment.
the problem.
I think we do have a problem in that sense because it's just not friends, it's relationships and
Yeah. So I had my sister on the show last week. I had her on the show last week, and she said some things that really stood out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of moms who feel like they good moms because they have the kid. So, and my sister explained to me, like, just because you have the kid doesn't make you a good mom because you got them full time. You teaching the kid certain things is what's gonna make you a good mom.
right.
And so there's a lot of moms out there who got full custody of the kids, but ain't teaching them nothing. And that goes back to me saying, like, who fault is it if you raise them up and they be something else?
I think it's both. I don't want to put blame on both. I mean, on one specific. You know what I'm saying? Because even though she's may not be raising her child to be an upstanding, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm not saying like upstanding. I'm saying, so you got some that will let their kids pretty much do whatever. Their kids is their friend.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Their kid is their friend. And so when their kid get to a certain point, you can't control it no more.
But I think part of that is a cop-out. Like, not even a cop-out, but just tired. They don't want to fight. Yeah, I don't want to fight. Let them have, even as a toddler, let them have that toy.
So
just let them have a toy.
So in that sense, do you blame the dad if you get to this point of being like, just let them do whatever?
I blame
instead
both
of being
parties.
but see, this is the problem, and
because
I feel like it's a control
thing. She's still there.
But that's like saying a nigga is there in the household, but he ain't doing nothing. Your presence, just because you still there, really don't mean nothing.
I don't mean like that.
Say, for instance, she gets so tired. This is a solution. If the dad is wanting to be in the picture, she gets so tired, why not say you can go stay with your dad? Why do you think most women won't allow their kid to go stay with the dad if she's that tired?
Does that mean I failed?
Huh?
That means I failed.
So I'd rather fail. So I'd rather keep you here and fuck up than to be like, I did this because I wanted you to have better, because I couldn't do this no more and I couldn't do. So it means you failed if you say, I can see you have more opportunity over there or whatever. That's not really a fail.
But you're a businessman, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to invest money because you see the outcome is going to be bigger than what you put in.
Right.
Right? That's the same sense as, but she's in survival mode. So somebody that's not a businessman that's in survival mode,
Right. Okay.
that check don't last till Friday. I'm not giving $200 to the stock. You know what I'm saying? I need that $200. They in survival mode. So she tired. She in survival mode. She not thinking at a certain age.
So do you
may need to go with his
So
dad.
do you think boys should be with their father?
I think, or a father figure, yes, at a certain
No,
point.
I'm saying like if they father want them, like do you think boys should be with their father?
I think if any kid come to their mother and say, Mom, I think I want to live with my dad. Mom gonna cry in the car, but you gotta let him, like, okay. If as long as he a good dad, you know what I'm saying? If that child saying, Mom.
So those who say no, what do you think that is? If they're like, no. Is it like you said, they feel like they failed?
Feel like they failed. Maybe a thing of fear. Like, why, if you go with him, what are you thinking about me? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a good parent because you don't want to be with me.
Okay, so these are the thoughts they have. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because women have thoughts about 100 thoughts in their head.
Even the ones that don't exist yet. They
What
just
you mean?
these thoughts they got in their head. Even
Yeah,
the ones that don't exist,
yeah,
they're
even
gonna
the
make something up. They're
scenarios
gonna
that
make something
don't
up. They're like,
exist.
you know what, it's too empty up here. I gotta put something in.
Yeah. He gonna let her do whatever she want to do. He don't even know how to go to the store and buy her certain things she need. You know,
Okay.
she'll call me. But
Well, that's good. All right, chat, live, YouTube, everybody out there. Shout out to y'all for tuning in for Somebody's Daddy's Talking podcast. I'm here with Kimberly. When I edit it, I'll make sure I put like your handle up there and everything so they can follow you. You might blow up off of this. I don't know. But we definitely do a part 2. I like the convo, so we definitely do it again. I'm gonna come up with a much deeper conversation and see where it
what's
goes.
wrong if the man lives in a woman's house?
You said what's wrong with that? It's a few things wrong with that.
He got real serious in the face.
Because look, I'm totally against it. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Like I stay with one woman, which was my daughter's mom, and that was only because I was moving from out of state. She's pregnant. I was moving from out of state, and I wanted to be involved, and she had already had her place.
Okay.
And so, but that went south, and it was like being in that predicament. I was like, I'd never been in that situation again, and I haven't. Afterwards, I feel like if we stay together, either I gotta have mine and you moving in with me, or we doing it together. We moving in together. I'm not cool with men moving in with women.
So let's flip the scenario. What if the female was like, I'm not moving into your house. We're gonna have to.
Then
do
that's already
something."
saying a lot because she don't trust me to be the head. So if a woman instantly feels like she can't move into your house, then that's speaking volume that she don't trust you to lead, you're not the head, and she's not putting herself in a position to depend on you. Now, the moment a woman submits and put herself in that situation, she's telling you she got total confidence in you to do what needs to be done as a man.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the thoughts of a woman.
Okay, go ahead.
Not that could be the scenario part of it. But when she come and moving your stuff,
She's worried about getting put out.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because for a grown ass woman, she always got something to fall back on. She always got a little account that she can go get her an apartment if that does happen. But your house not set up like hers. So she
you come in and make it a home.
Okay.
So
okay. Some dudes don't want that though.
Well, then that's another problem because on his end, he's telling you, I don't trust you enough to make this a better place.
And then but then you're gonna have to buy new mattresses.
Listen, as a man, I feel like this. As a man, if you're willing to bring a woman into your space, then you need to be able to trust that she's gonna turn it into something.
Okay.
Like if you think she's not gonna turn it into something, you already making a mistake bringing her in there.
That's true. So she laying in the bed. How many chicks he done had on this?
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that
that is one of the thoughts. Like I don't know.
Oh shoot!
When he was dating Sharice, I know she didn't come.
So she got to bring her bed over,
or get a new one.
I want to say because now that nigga
because he gonna be thinking.
Yeah. So we got to get a new bed.
We gotta get a new mattress. Yeah.
But what if? See, this is the dilemma.
Okay.
Because she can't have those thoughts if she didn't already lay down in his bed multiple times.
She thought about it when she came over.
But I'm saying, so
but
if you didn't
my
already
home now. See, when we just stay in a couple of nights, a couple of weeks, she probably stayed over here a couple of nights. You know what I mean?
So now that you move in, it's an issue. Even though you didn't already laid in his bed, slept in his bed.
It's mine now. I got to get rid of it.
So you was cool to lay in it when it wasn't yours.
I ain't saying I was cool, but I wanted my back blown out. So we gonna do it, and then this is your bed.
I feel like this.
But once I move in, that's like this. Ours. And
as a man, if a woman was like, "We need to get a new bed because of this," that's not a big thing. Okay. So it's one of those things where you got to know, like, you got to pick
your battle.
Is this really something serious to argue over? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's a new bed. Like, is a new bed is always a benefit versus an old bed. Like what? Why would you argue with getting a new bed?
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
And so, like you said, it's a control
be grateful
thing.
that you coming over here.
It's a control thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a control thing on both ends. It's a control thing on both ends.
Sometimes you have to rest our minds.
So what if
bring
you
our
rest your
minds
mind?
to
What if
peace.
you rest your mind and say, okay, I'll get a new bed, and then she's like, well, we gotta get a new couch too, and we gotta get new. You gotta think everything in that house versus outside of a bed, towels, couch.
No, she'll slowly start bringing like towels and stuff in.
But I'm saying, so she won't instantly be like, we need to replace all of this as we move in.
Some stuff, like you said, she'll pick her battles, but that mattress, yeah, you don't have to.
Now, see, the problem with this is, if he's that good of a dude to where you want to move in, and you might just lose a good dude based off petty stuff.
You think that's petty?
I think it's petty because I feel like if you look at this dude like this is a good man and I want him, I think that's petty. I think you putting yourself in a position to be like, well, look, I see we ain't working out, and now you got to start over from scratch and find another good nigga who gonna be like, yeah, let's get it.
Because
some things is not even worth fighting over. Like
that's true.
And I
that's
feel
why
like
she ain't gonna say get a new couch.
She's gonna say get a new bed.
Yeah.
See, it's one of them things when you got something good, I think your mentality change about some things.
But it's like you said, you gonna pick your battles because you're gonna be like, babe, let's go to Value City Furniture real quick.
Now I know why my cousin went and got all that new shit. Now I know why. And I'm like, damn, y'all get a new bed, new fun. Like, now I know. And
then she like, let's go to IKEA. Let's see what they got. And she'll ease it on to you.
Damn. If you've been out there and you've been shopping at IKEA after you got a girl, then you know. That's why you had to get all that new stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
But again, shout out to everybody who came in. I appreciate y'all. I'm your host again, Ronell, and we had Kimberly on the show today. So we're going to tune in next time.
Put me on your podcast, bro. Put me on your podcast show. Put me on your podcast, bro. Would you put me on your podcast, though?